guys, my name is Gabrielle Robinson.
And my name is Vanessa Liu, and we are your co-hosts for the Life Unfiltered podcast.
Today we have another student guest. She is a freshman, and her name is Jhanvi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you two guys, too.
So today's episode is going to be about how Jhanvi has dealt with relationships, friendships, and also her future career goals and school goals going into the rest of her high school career, because she is a freshman right now.
Yeah.
So tell us more about you, what grade you're in. Well, obviously you're a freshman, but what school you go to and some things you are a part of.
Yeah, so I'm a freshman at Athens, and I was in Smith, but now I go to Athens, and then I'm part of GUARD this year, and then I was in HOSA, and I do a lot of clubs. I film for the Troy School District. I plan on doing some more sports over the summer. I want to do color guard, things like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So tell us more about your background, because you told us beforehand that you were new to the Troy School District when you were in your 7th grade year. So tell us about how it was like adjusting.
Yeah, so in 7th grade, it was the summer before 7th grade, so I think it was like 6th grade, I moved to Troy, and I used to live in Rochester, like, for the majority of my life. And, you know, I was a lot closer with my friends in Rochester, so it was really hard when I moved. And I think 7th grade was probably one of my lowest years, actually. And then it's crazy because, like, you can, like, turn your life upside down. Like, in 8th grade, I had so much fun. 7th grade, it was just, like, because trying to find my new, like, friends and then, like, my friend group, it was a lot harder because I was still adjusting. And I think, like, my teachers were a lot more stricter in 7th grade, because also in 6th grade, I was virtual. So 7th grade was my first year in person in a new school. I didn't even know how a locker worked. So it was, like... Yeah, it was really hard for me in 7th grade. But then in 8th grade, I kind of got used to, you know, middle school, obviously. And then also I had my friend group, and I loved 8th grade. It was, like, one of my favorite years. And then, yeah.
That's great. How do you think the Troy School District has allowed you to meet all these people? Like, how has it, you know, opened up opportunities for you?
There's just so many. Like, you can join clubs. There's obviously really good teachers, counselors. And, like, I feel like there's so much time where you can talk to your friends and, like, you can interact with them, because there's so many, like, good people, I feel like, in Troy, because it's super welcoming. So I feel like it was easier for me to make friends. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was something you were nervous about for your freshman year?
Freshman year, definitely, because I went to Smith, and most of my friends go to Troy High. So in Athens, it was really hard for me because, like, obviously I had to also start over again a little bit in a way. I mean, I already had some of my friends from Smith also go to Athens, but it was just, like, a small, like, a really minimal group of them. So obviously I was really nervous about meeting new people and, like, my teachers, because I think, like, obviously you would expect high school teachers to be a lot more strict than middle school teachers. So I was a lot more nervous about grades and tests. And then on top of that, I was also starting to take more extracurriculars. So it was kind of nerve-wracking for me, yeah, I'd say. That's why.
How do you stay connected with your old friends from your school?
So I feel like even, like, from my friends from Rochester, my close friends, I feel like, okay, you can't, like, expect to obviously be close as you were before, because it's not going to be like that. But definitely, like, calling them or texting them, even, like, just asking how they are is enough for your friendship to still kind of be together. And I feel like I have friends where it's, like, I could kind of, like, not interact with them for, like, a month, even, like, a month or months. And then, like, I could just be like, oh, how are you? And it's, like, nothing's ever changed. So I think just, like, kind of, like, being the first person to, like, initiate even a conversation, like, putting in an effort and, like, texting them or being like, yeah, like, how are you? Like, I haven't talked to you in a while. So, like, that. And then just, like, telling them about your life too, like, you know, things like that.
Yeah. How do you make new friends in high school while everyone has their own established groups already?
I think just, like, because, okay, like, an example that I'd say right now even is, like, 2nd semester, I took chem, and there's no one I knew in, like, chem that were freshmen, like, at all. Like, I didn't know anyone. And then I think 2 of my friends, like, now they're my best friends, one of my favorite friends, right? Like, now I look forward to chem because of them. It's just, like, approaching people and, like, being like, hey, like, can I sit next to you? Like, I see you guys, like, having fun. Like, can I sit next to you? Could I talk to you? Like just, like, taking, like, the step to go and, like, I guess, like, start up a conversation, and, like, also asking questions for sure. Like, what did you get for this answer? Like, you know, like, I didn't know if I got, like, the correct answer. Like, just asking them questions or, like, just talking to them. Or, like, yeah, I'd say, like, yeah, just, like, put the effort. Like, I think as an extrovert, I think it's, like, a little bit easier, but, like, I think for introverted people, it might be a little bit harder for them to approach new people. But just, like, say hi. Like, that's literally all it takes to make new friends. Like, yeah, that's it.
I know for my freshman year, I was really shy. Like, I don't know if you remember this, but like I was like scared to like talk to new people. Like I had my own group of friends I was comfortable with, but it was kind of scary like sitting in a new classroom not knowing anyone. So
yeah, I'd say because like I think like obviously you're not gonna get classes with all your friends. Like there's definitely gonna be classes out there where like you don't know anyone,
right.
So it's just like you just gotta approach them. Like you can't expect like people to come to you, like because like it's like if they already have their own friend groups, why would they want to like come to you?
Right.
It's like you gotta kind of go to them, you know, because like you're the one trying to make new friends.
Right. So I know that you're still like very young, but do you feel like pressure about like career goals as you're getting older in high school more than you did in middle school?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so like I think it's so scary because like I think counselors are like, yeah, like you guys have to start thinking about college. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do this year, like
freshman
tomorrow.
year.
Yeah, they're like,
already.
They're like, yeah, like you guys kind of like have to plan it out. So like, you know, like you obviously meet all your like graduation requirements and also kind of like pick classes that go towards, I guess, like what you want to be in the future.
Right.
So it's like every time I hear college, I'm like scared because like obviously like I think college is 99% of the time they're going to look at what you did in like even freshman year, like, you know, like what classes you took, like things like that. So like kind of understanding that like now like everything from now to like when I'm 18, like it's going to like matter for like what I want to do like for college and like my career. So like it kind of scares me to think about it, but it's just like you're still a kid, you know, you're still going to have to like enjoy your childhood and like you still have a lot more time left. So I guess like yes, but no.
Yeah, I know when I was a freshman, I was like, I don't think I was really nervous about my career goals, but I know a lot of my friends that didn't take like high school seriously.
Yeah,
and then when they were seniors and their GPA wasn't what they wanted it to be, it was like, okay, well, you goofed off 4 years. So I understand like how you could be stressed now. Probably a lot of other freshmen are stressed, but like, don't worry, you got it. Like,
yeah, because like another thing is like SAT. Like I like obviously took the PSAT in 8th grade, but like I have to start like practicing for like my upcoming PSAT and like obviously like SAT, because some of my friends, I don't know if this is true or not, but they said that like you can take the SAT in 10th grade if you wanted to as well.
I think so. You can like schedule.
I think you can schedule it.
You can do like SAT prep and stuff. I didn't do SAT prep and I didn't even submit my SAT score to college. And
it's test optional, so it's not too big of a deal.
Well, for us, I think, because we were like the last of like the COVID high
does it
schools.
not affect them anymore?
Some colleges are like iffy about it, but I think like once we graduate and maybe the next class, that they'll stop accepting.
I actually did not know that.
They want like SAT scores.
Yeah.
But like I understand like the pressure for you, but like at the same time, I think everything has its like own timing, you know, like trust the process. If you don't do good on your SAT, you'll still go to a good college. You'll still have a good career. Like,
and you can retake it too.
Yeah.
As many times as you want. So
Because like I like have like a PSAT, like I have a prep book and everything, so like I'm trying to do good, I guess, but like I mean all you can really do is your best. So
exactly.
Yeah
and as long as you're trying, like
I mean like there's definitely a lot of people that like I think like that's the thing, it's like you don't want to hang out with the wrong crowd either, because like if you don't hang out with like the people that kind of like match your values, like you can't expect to like be a great person, because like you should hang out with people that you want to be or like what you see yourself being in the future.
Exactly.
So it's like when I see people that are like goofing off, like, you know, like not really caring about their future, like if you want to have a good future, like you should probably be around like the right crowd of people. And I think that's also something that I like, because like my friends, like they're also like, even if I start goofing off, they're kind of like, hey, like you need to start like doing your work, like, you know.
Wow,
so it's like,
that's good. That's good that you have friends that like keep you in check.
Yeah, because like I feel like I get really distracted easily, because I like talk a lot and I like sometimes goof off, but it's like the thing is like I make sure I have all A's, like, you know, I always contact the teacher, ask questions. So it's like when I have friends that are like, like you know, they're like telling me, they're like keeping me in check, I'm like, okay, like like, you know, that's a good thing, like they're like the real ones.
So speaking about friends, how do you maintain close friendships from middle school, and how do you feel comfortable like making new connections?
So I think like maintaining friendships from middle school, I mean, like I text my friends all the time, like because 8th grade wasn't even a year ago, so it's like we're still close. And there's also a lot of events that like I feel like Athens and Troy High kind of share a little bit, so it's like, since I mean we are in the same city, it's like a lot easier to like maintain friendships from middle school. Definitely calling, texting them, you know, telling them about my life, because like I love talking to my friends from middle school, because like obviously I feel like really close with them. So I think just like maintaining a friendship through like, I mean, we have technology, like just texting them, just like talking to them like that. And like also in HOSA, like I saw a lot of my friends from middle school because like they all did HOSA, almost every one of them. So it's like, it was really fun because I just got to hang out with them. So yeah. And then what was the second part about it?
How do you like maintain, like be comfortable with like new friendships?
Oh, like I think just like talking to them and like, you know, like I said, like definitely like telling them about you. Like in chem, for example, like I just like tell them like what's going on, like, you know, and like it's crazy because even though like you wouldn't expect sophomores to like know everything about like, you know, because they're not freshmen, so like they don't probably take similar classes, but it's like there's like still like a lot of similarities because like my friends that are sophomores, like that are in chem, like they take color guard, and like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like taking color guard too. So I was like, wait, that's like crazy. And like, you know, it's like there's so many connections that you don't realize you have with other people. So I guess like just telling them, oh, like, you know, do you do this club, or, you know, like trying to find similarities and hanging out with people that have like similar goals and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you think it's hard to know what career you want to pursue at this age?
Oh yeah, for sure. Cause like I remember I like look back at my like elementary school yearbook, and I remember like, cause like in 5th grade they ask you like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I put lawyer.
Oh, okay.
And I don't see myself being a lawyer at all anymore. So, I mean, I think like I kind of want to pursue psychology or like be a pediatrician. Those are like the 2 careers I'm like kind of leaning towards. I don't know which one yet, because yeah, I'd say that. But like, sometimes like I want to be a pediatrician, sometimes I'm like, wait, I want to pursue psychology. But it's like, it's really hard. Like people that are in college also switch their major, so it's like, so it's like, yeah, like I don't know, like I don't expect myself to know, but I do kind of want to have an idea before like maybe like junior year, kind of like know, because like I want to obviously take classes that like I guess like go towards that career choice. So it's like,
right.
I was about to say the exact same thing. I'm glad you know what you kind of want to go into, because you can take AP psychology.
Loved that
like,
class.
AP
I loved
bio,
that class.
all these, you know, classes towards the science route, and I'm glad you have that foundation made already.
Yeah, and I'm like, my major is nursing. I'm not going into psychology, but
oh my gosh, that's so cool.
yeah,
oh
but
my God, yeah.
I took AP psychology as a sophomore, and I really loved the class. If you want to do it next year,
I asked my counselor. She said that I can't take.
Yeah, they said that to me too, but you have to like
Yeah.
talk to the teacher, because it's like sometimes the like material is a little advanced. You have to talk to like your parents and stuff. They like are comfortable with you.
Yeah.
But I loved AP psychology. I had it when Miss Rice was teaching it, but now we have a new teacher teaching it, Miss Craciolo, and I love both
Oh yeah,
of
I heard
them.
about Miss Cap.
Yeah, I have her this year.
She's super
great
nice.
class.
Yeah. But I just think if you're interested in psychology, you should definitely take that class, because there's so many things. Like, even though I'm not going something like directly associated with psychology, like that class was still so fun in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it helped for a lot of other classes. Like, I'm in AP biology right now, and some of the stuff I learned in AP psychology, I'm like, oh, I know that from AP psych.
Low-key, all the science classes kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
AP Chem comes into AP Bio. AP Bio goes into like literally AP psychology, because we learn about the brain and other things.
Yeah,
So
and
it
I
all
think-
connects.
Yeah, like, and I think like my science teachers like did a this year at least, like they did a really good job like going over like what like the English teacher like went over all the English courses, and she like gave us like, I think they're supposed to, but it's like they did a really good job, because like my biology teacher, love her, Miss Daniels, she's like such a great teacher.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
I love her so much. She's like one of my favorite teachers. Yeah, she's so sweet. Like, it's like I could talk to her about anything, like, and ask her questions. Yeah. So it's like she also went over the classes a lot, I think, and like I have a better idea of like the science classes that I want to really take.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And GBE is the class next door to Danielle's. We took it together. I loved that class.
Loved
Yeah.
GBB.
It was very difficult, but
Oh yeah, that reminds me, because like we did the rat dissection.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, like this year we did, like we
Is
did
that for AP or for bio?
Yeah,
Freshman bio.
yeah, freshman bio. Did you guys do it too?
We dissected a perch in AP biology.
No, for freshman bio, we did
We did a rat.
we did urchin. We did a rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
My rat was pregnant. I had a pregnant rat.
I completely forgot about that, but you just like opened a memory.
Yeah, we did the urchin dissection too, and I was like, it's gonna be so gross. Like, I did not think I was gonna touch the rat at all, but it's like it's actually like not as bad as
It's
you think.
cool.
Yeah,
It
it
is,
is cool.
it is,
And to see like the similarity to like body functions of like humans to rats.
No,
is,
like I
really cool.
remember at first I was so scared. Like Miss Daniels, like she was handing me the rat, like it was like the female rat. Like I touched it for like 2 seconds and ran away. Like I was like, I couldn't get it. And like by the time I came back to get the rats, like they ran out of the female rat.
Oh.
I had to get like, yeah, it was fun. And also like I love my friends in bio, so it's like it's really easy for me to like cause like if I didn't want to dissect the rat, they wouldn't force me to. So like, yeah.
Right. Isn't it so cool that the Troy School District has these opportunities and classes for us? Like the fact that we can dissect animals in our bio classes, like that's so cool.
Yeah, or like the fact that we had the baby chickens.
Yes, and GPPE raising the chicks. Yeah.
And I think there's also a cat dissection too, right?
Yeah, in anatomy.
Yeah. In anatomy, yeah.
So it's pretty cool we have
with
these
Denias.
classes.
Yeah, with Zenya's too, yeah.
So how do you like see your change from middle school and high school, and like how does that make you feel to see yourself change that much?
I think it's honestly good because I feel like in elementary school especially, like even though that was a long time ago, like if you ask anyone from elementary school, like, oh yeah, like this is Jhanvi, like she's extroverted, she talks a lot, blah blah blah, like they'd be like, yeah, that's like the Jhanvi that I know. But like in middle school I closed off a lot. Like I did not talk to that many people. Like, well, I mean I did, it was just like I was way more quiet. And then now in high school I feel like I just started caring less. Like I think like you have to understand, like I feel like in high school most people are so worried about themselves more than they are about you. It's like I'm like, yeah, like what does this person think about me? Like they don't think anything about you, they're worried about themselves,
right?
So it's like I guess like understanding that like not everyone like cares that much as like you do, like about yourself. So it's like I think like it like let me be more extroverted and like start talking more and not being as like scared to say things. Because in middle school I feel like I just was like oh, like anytime I said something and like it'd be even slightly embarrassing, I'd care about what everyone thought about me. But like now it's just like I don't really care. It's like, you know, you can be yourself, you can talk to anyone, and it's just like I think a lot of people in high school are worried about themselves. So it's like, you know, I think you should just be yourself, you know, just like talk, right. Like, yeah. So I think like it was a good change for me for sure. Cause like, I think like I'm being myself more in high school, but I think a lot of people like even in high school, I feel like it's different for everyone, obviously. So I think just like letting yourself like, not like I guess restricting yourself, kind of like being yourself is just like important in high school.
Right. Especially like the more challenging classes you take, like being able to ask questions and not caring what other people think like matters a lot. I remember like
for sure.
Like Nessa and I were in GVE together, and I remember like no one knew what we were talking about. The class was so like
quiet,
it was so stale, like stoic. It was like so quiet. And love Miss Peterson, she was always so super nice. But it was just like a really quiet class, and I knew I didn't understand what was going on, and I would ask Nessa like, do you know what's going on? Everyone that I talked to would be like, I do not understand what's going on. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, why are we not asking questions? So then one day I raised my hand and I was like, oh, I don't understand this. Can you go a little bit more in depth? And then after that, it was just like a ripple effect. And like everyone's personality just like beamed out the room, and everybody's asking questions. And it was just like the class was so much better after that. So I feel like once you learn that and you learn how to be yourself more, like it really helps other people too.
Yeah. And like when teachers say like, if you're wondering something, like I'm pretty sure like there's so many people that are also wondering the same thing. It's so real because like I remember like if someone else were to ask a question and I was too embarrassed to ask a question and they asked my question, I was like, wait, I was wondering the same thing too. So it's like be yourself, like ask questions, because like even if like you're like curious or like you don't know what's going on, there's probably like other people too that are feeling the same way. So it's like it's gonna help them too.
Right. And it took me until my junior year to learn that, and you did that as a freshman, so that's really good.
Good for you. No, I feel like I see all of these mature traits in her at such a young age.
Yeah.
Like, good for you, girl. Like it took me like a few years. I feel like junior year was the year I kind of like found myself more, or end of my sophomore year. So the fact that you have all these good, you know, ideas and like this, you know,
that's really cool. But then also it's kind of different for us because we had like COVID.
Maybe that's like probably why, because like for you said it was your junior year. For me it was like middle school. Like after COVID it was just kind of weird for me. It was like really hard for me.
Right. So I think it's just like because we were COVID babies. So. But
was it so like when did COVID like how old were you guys when COVID started?
So I remember 7th grade. 8th grade was our virtual year. So it hit 7th grade. But entirety of 8th grade was virtual.
It's gonna sound crazy. I was in 4th grade when COVID started.
That's insane.
Yeah. 4th grade. And like that's like I was really young.
What?
Yeah. And now I'm a freshman. Like that just shows like how long it's been.
Yeah.
And like 5th grade was my virtual year. I'd say like 5th grade I was like so energetic. Like I had all my friends. And then like 6th grade I was also virtual, even though most people weren't. So like that's also like that like adds on to the question. Like, you know, like I said, like I was virtual, right? Like 6th grade, since it was virtual and I didn't talk to as many people, that's what kind of happened in 7th grade, because it was like a hard switch for me. But yeah.
How did your teachers like foster the change from like you being new in school?
Oh yeah, like they were definitely more like welcoming. They like kind of understood more, like, you know, if I didn't understand, they would definitely help me. And like, you know, yeah, I'd say that.
That's really good.
And how do you keep a positive outlook when things are changing around you or when you get overwhelmed?
I think just like, okay, so like I feel like I try to surround myself with positive people. So it's like even if I'm feeling low, then like, you know, they can help me. They can be like, oh, like you're fine. It's gonna be okay, right? And then also I think like writing my thoughts down a lot of the time is what helps me, because like I go, if you like were to open my notes app, like my notes app is just like my journal. Like I just like start writing whenever I'm like a little bit upset. Even like I just go on my notes app and I just start yapping to my
No, I
Yeah.
can relate to that. I have
Yeah.
a journal too, and it literally like when I tell you, it lifts an actual weight off my shoulders. Like
Yeah.
you feel
Oh my
so much
God.
lighter after you write down your thoughts and you just think more clearly. So guys,
Yeah.
if you are struggling with
Yeah.
like any situations, definitely write it down.
Yeah, I think like because sometimes I'll like even go on Pinterest and I'll just, like search up like positive things and like I like actually for 2025 I created like a vision board. Like I like got like a little poster board and like printed out a bunch of pictures. So like there's like one of the things my vision board says, it's like trust the process. And I was like, that's so true, because like I feel like a lot of the times like I'm like, why am I going through this, like I can't believe it, like, or like if I do want to like like not as good on a test as I thought I would, I'm like, oh, like I can't believe this. But it's just like maybe like you were meant to do bad on this test, so then like you could study extra hard on your next one, you know. So it's like just like having that positive outlook and like surrounding yourself with positive people, I think will help you, I guess, like succeed in the future. So yeah.
So
And like sorry,
You're good.
and like you can't expect to be like obviously positive like 100% of the time. Like
Right.
there's gonna be times where you're negative, so it's just like getting back up and like persevering.
Yeah.
What were you saying? I feel like I interrupted
I was gonna
you.
say, what advice would you give to freshmen or upcoming freshmen that are kind of like nervous about starting high school?
Like don't let other people like get in your way of like making new friends, or like don't let like, how do I say this? It's just like, don't be shy. Like, don't be nervous. Like, it's okay to feel nervous, obviously, but it's like, don't, like, it's not as hard as you think. Like, freshman year, like, it's not as hard as you think. Because, like, definitely, like, it is, like, a step up from middle school. But it's, like, it's not as hard as people make it seem to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think a lot, like, there's a lot of pressure in high school to, like, definitely take a lot of courses and, like, extracurriculars and join a bunch of clubs. And, like, I also do piano, too. Like, I don't know if I said, but, like, it's, like, there's just a lot of pressure to be, like, perfect and, like, do all these things. But it's just, like, it's not as hard as you think. It's, like, really easy to maintain. And it's, like, yeah, like, it's okay to be shy, but, like, also, like, make sure you're opening up, too. If you're feeling, like, really nervous or shy, like, talk to someone. Be like, yeah, like, I've been feeling this way. Like, they're gonna help you. It's, like, definitely, like, I think, like, even your counselors, letting them know, like, they're not gonna, like, push you away. They're gonna, like, help you, obviously. So it's, like,
Right.
just letting everyone else know, like, how you're feeling, and then, like, journaling if you're, like, you know, obviously, like, feeling negative or, like, shy, and then, like, just having, like, a more positive outlook, I'd say, is what's gonna get you through it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see how she is in senior year, because
Yeah.
this is her freshman year. Like, how much is she going to change in her senior
Yeah.
year?
Right.
Because I know I definitely changed. Like, my freshman to senior,
Oh, yeah,
I
for
changed.
sure.
You changed your
Yeah.
freshman to senior year. So, literally, the 4 years you're in high school, you're going to change. You're going to get so many new experiences, and you're going to find yourself more and figure out who you are. So.
Yeah, and, like, senior year, like, I'm gonna probably view myself as, like, a little baby now, because, like, 4 years from now is, like, obviously senior year, but, like, 4 years ago I was in 5th grade. So it's, like, I don't, like, I feel like 5th grade, I feel, like, so little, but, like, you know, I felt so old, and, like, now I feel so old, but I'm not, like, I'm still
Right.
so young, and
Yeah.
there's still
Yeah.
so much left, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for us at all as seniors?
How do you, like, okay, like, what do you, like, recommend for freshmen? Like, that's my question.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to say or?
Low-key, like, you said everything that I was kind of thinking. Like,
Yeah.
be yourself, be around good people. We talked about this in the other episode with Cameron,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, talking about how important it is to be around people who accept you for you, and if they aren't
Definitely.
like respecting your boundaries, obviously those aren't friends that you should have.
Right.
And I definitely agree with what you were saying about being around people who have these high goals and aspirations, because you don't want people who goof off and don't think about their futures. You don't want, like, you know what I mean, like, that to bring you down, and the people you surround yourself with are really important. It kind of shapes you to who you are. So definitely liked what you said about that.
Yeah, because there's definitely like a lot of people that don't like follow your future goals. So like you shouldn't be hanging out with like people that you don't see yourself being in the future, for sure. Because like there's also friendships that are like definitely like a little bit toxic, right? But it's like, I guess like talking to them and like telling them like, yeah, like I don't like how you did this, or I don't like how you did that, just like it'll improve like a lot. And like also cutting off people that you don't like. If there's like someone that like, you know, doesn't respect your boundaries, you know, just like letting them know like, hey, like I don't really like how you did that. Or like if they aren't listening to you, definitely just like trying to like distance yourself from them.
Yeah. Gabby, did you have some advice?
I would just say as a freshman, just focus on building relationships with teachers, like with teachers, because you're gonna need like letters of rec. But not only that, like when you're close to your teachers, it's like nice. It's more fun to be at school. They like talking. They like talk about themselves.
Yeah, like I remember okay, this is gonna seem like a long time ago, but 6th grade, like I remember like I had a really good teacher, and like I felt like really included. So I think like talking to your teachers, emailing them, and like telling them like if you have any questions, and then like just having that relationship will definitely help.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much, Jhanvi, for being on our podcast.
Oh my gosh, this felt like so short. Like
I know time went by. It went so fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but we appreciate so much listening to your experience, and so much like maturity coming from you as a freshman. Like so much props to you. And yeah, you guys know where to find us at life.unfilteredpod on Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram.
Right, and if you want to be like Diana, Addison, Cam, Charlie, any of our guests, please DM us on Instagram or the Google form in our bio.
Yeah, and also we want to get other grades on here too. We have majority of seniors and now
First
a freshman.
Yeah.
So if you're a sophomore or junior, please hit us up, or even like middle school. Like we don't
be nervous.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you so much again, Jhanvi.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much to our audience for tuning in on this week's episode.
We're your co-hosts,
Vanessa Liu
and Gabrielle Robinson.
And always remember to embrace the mess and live life unfiltered.
Bye, guys.